What's up, Videolanders? I'm Brad.
I'm Olivia.
And today we're going to adventure through the sights and sounds of
The Jungle Book.
Thank you for being on today, Miss Olivia.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think of The Jungle Book? Actually, can you tell us what The Jungle Book was about?
Well, it was about a man cub whose name is Mowgli, and he is raised by a wolf pack, and basically he's not allowed in the village anymore by a rule, and he has to journey through the jungle to get back home, but then he realizes that he left his family behind, so he goes back.
Oh, okay. Were you looking forward to The Jungle Book?
Not really.
Was it on your radar?
Well, no.
No?
No.
Why not? Did you see a trailer for it?
Yeah, I did, but it didn't really interest me.
Okay, so we just went and seen it not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
And were you interested during the movie?
Well, yeah, actually.
Or did Daddy like it more than you?
I think you liked it just a little bit more than me.
Yeah? But did you like it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what are some of your favorite parts of the movie?
Well, I liked when he met King Louie. That was really a great scene. I liked that they kind of brought in, like, different animals, but,
What are you being all shy for?
because, I do have some problems, but...
Okay, well, we'll talk about problems at the end then, okay? I really liked the movie. I thought the movie was awesome. I was not looking forward to this movie at all. It wasn't on my radar at all. Jon Favreau directed this. You know who Jon Favreau is?
The person who directed Iron Man.
Iron Man, exactly. He's directed a couple other things as well. Chef was one of his newer films. And Jon Favreau's hit or miss with me. I wasn't a Cowboy and Aliens fan. Did you ever watch that? Yeah, it kind of sucks. But anyway, Cowboys and Aliens, I didn't care for that. So he's very hit or miss with me. And I don't know, I really fell in love with this movie. I was not expecting it. I'm not a big computer effects guy, you know?
Yeah.
And I like a lot of practical effects. I'm old school, right? And so you got to really sell me on the visual effects. And this entire world is CGI. I mean, everything from the forest, to the animals. And I remember watching the trailer, and I wasn't that impressed in the trailer. But in context to the film, I think that this movie looks amazing when it's moving from beginning to end. I think it was great. And Mowgli, you have to cast the right child actor because, no offense, but it's like some kids can't act, and they just haven't had that experience, right? They haven't been acting for a long time. And I thought that this kid, he was likable. Mowgli, did you like him?
Yeah, I really liked him. I liked his role. He seemed like a kid that would be more better than the other kids. He just played that part really, really good.
Yeah, they searched thousands of kids. They talked to thousands of kids for his part of Mowgli. Did you know that?
No, I
Yeah,
did
you
not.
could have been
That's a
one.
lot.
Did you talk to anybody about playing Mowgli?
No.
No? You think I would have made a good Mowgli, or am I too big?
I think you would have made a good King Louie.
Yeah, good King Louie?
Yeah.
Gee, thanks. No, I think King Louie was probably my favorite out of all the talking animals. But I have to say, I think the cast, the voice acting was phenomenal. And going back to Mowgli real quick, Mowgli, man, can you imagine you're a kid, okay? And it's your job you're the only human in this movie, okay? And this was actually filmed in a warehouse downtown, a very nice warehouse, okay, in downtown LA. And it was all filmed, in this warehouse and some computer effects. Can you imagine being Mowgli, this young kid, and acting against CGI? Yeah. And they probably had some puppets, that he could kind of act with. But I think he pulled it off for not having anything around him
hands?
Except for CG.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah.
Isn't that awesome?
He didn't grab anything. He just did hand movements and he.
Mowgli, turn left. Mowgli, turn right. Sit down. You're on a bear. You're on a slow talking bear. I mean, that'd be kind of funny, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I thought he did a great job. But the voice acting was phenomenal.
Yeah, they did a good job matching up the voices.
Oh my God, Bill Murray as Baloo. What'd you think of Bill Murray? You know who Bill Murray is?
Yeah, I think
I know.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Could you tell it was Bill Murray?
Yeah, I could.
Yeah? I thought Bill Murray was perfect as Baloo.
He had that old, like, big voice.
Yeah, didn't he?
Yeah.
And then King Louis, Christopher Walken. I don't know if you know who Christopher Walken is. Have you ever heard that voice before? He's got one of the like best voices of all time.
Well, I've heard the name, but I haven't really.
Yeah, you
seen
probably
the
wouldn't.
exact
Yeah,
name.
I don't think so. Christopher Walken though, as King Louis, just nailed it. I could go back to the theater just to watch the King Louis bit. I mean, I thought that was awesome. And then the music beats between with King Louis and with Baloo, you know, awesome. Do you know any of the songs?
What?
You'll be like me.
Oh, well, yeah, I know them.
Can you sing one? Is that putting you on the spot?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you like the songs though?
Yeah, but I thought they, played with the part.
Yeah.
Like, matched up with the scene.
Yeah. And then, what did you think of Ka?
Well, that's one of the problems I had.
Oh, you got a problem. Look at you, you little critic. Okay, what's the problem with Ka?
Well, I thought it was just, she wasn't in there too long, and if she was going to be in there, like, I didn't see the point of being her in there. What was the point of...
It's very interesting.
Like,
did you hear me talking about that at all?
What do you mean?
About Ka? My problems with Ka?
Mm,
Did you?
yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
So did you really have problems or you just copying Daddy?
No, I didn't really like the snake. It didn't really make any sense why they would add it.
Okay, let's talk about that, can we? Okay, so I've never read the original Jungle Book. I really want to now because I really
Read?
fell in... Huh?
Red?
Yeah, the book.
There's a book?
Yeah. This is based off of a book.
Oh, I thought it was a movie.
Yeah, you gonna read the book now?
cartoon.
Yeah, it was. It was an old Walt Disney, but then it was also a book. I think we should read the book together. See if it's any good. Because I really like the story, though.
Yeah.
So, I've heard in the past that Ka is actually an ancient snake. Okay? And Ka isn't bad. He's not... well...
It was Scarlett.
Yeah, so Scarlett Johansson played the voice of Ka. I think in past characters, it's been played by a male voice. So either way, though, the character in general was supposed to be an ancient snake. And in the movie here, big spoilers, we always put spoilers up, but in the movie, Ka knew that Mowgli, his entire past, right, knew where he came from, and kind of spelled it out for him, gave a little bit of exposition.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I don't think the snake needed to be there, do you?
No, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, especially as an evil threat. And I've heard that in the past that Ka was actually just an ancient snake.
Yeah, it didn't really make sense to just bring a snake in. It doesn't seem like it led anywhere. It's just an evil snake.
Yeah, it's just there. It's just there.
Yeah.
And I think that if you would have just brought the snake in as an ancient, if that was how it was written, that's what I've heard. If it was just an ancient snake, it would make sense why he knew, or she, knew that Mowgli was in the jungle and that he was dropped off and, Mowgli's entire past, right?
Yeah.
Because the snake is ancient.
Yeah, but they didn't say that.
It didn't say that. They didn't say that. I mean, the snake could have been 20 years old as far as I don't know, right? I have no idea. But just to show up as a threat and then to tell us Mowgli's backstory,
Yeah.
it just seemed like kind of sloppy.
Yeah.
You know?
They could have told us a different way.
Yeah, by making the snake ancient.
Yeah.
And just being like, I know everything in the jungle. And not to come off as a threat. So just a problem I had. I'm very curious to read this now. I believe a friend of mine, Nathan Planiga, I think he posted something, I believe, about Ka. And I think that's very interesting. And I wish that just because it's a snake, you don't got to make a snake evil, right? Right?
No.
I mean, if
There's
it's...
some snakes in there.
Yeah, right? So, yeah, I'm very curious if that's how the story goes, because if it is, I'd rather just let Ka be ancient and give us some exposition because it's an ancient snake. That's what I say. Okay, so I thought Scarlett Johansson did a great job, though. She sounded, threatening, don't you think? Who else do we have? Bagheera?
Yeah.
Who's Bagheera? Tell them.
Bagheera is, he's not really a wolf. What would you say he is?
He is a panther. A panther.
He's a black panther, and he's just a black panther that helps Mowgli.
Yeah, and he was the one who introduced Mowgli to his
Yeah.
wolf pack many, many years ago, right? And that's actually played by a great actor as well, Ben Kingsley. Do you know who that is? Have you ever seen Iron Man 3? Yeah, Iron Man, I think it's Iron Man 3. But he's the you know who the Mandarin is? The guy who acts like he's an actor. And
Oh, yeah,
you remember that guy? Okay, so he's portraying like a very evil terrorist, but he's just an actor. Do you remember that from Iron Man 3?
Yeah.
That's the guy that is playing the voice of Bagheera. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
I thought it was phenomenal. So anyway, I fell in love with this voice casting. Thought the voice casting was fantastic, and then one of the best, Shere Khan. Tell them about Shere Khan. Huh?
Oh yeah, Shere Khan, the tiger. He was just really, nasty and had a great, just like.
A great nastiness.
Yeah.
He was evil.
Yeah.
Did you feel that this was a?
threatened.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you feel like this Shere Khan was pure evil?
Yeah.
Yeah, and this was all computer. There's no one doing motion capture. This is a computer generated image, and I thought it looked phenomenal.
Yeah, it was perfect.
Yeah, perfect. And again, I'm not a big CGI fan, and for you to make an entire jungle and to make Shere Khan and all the other animals, look this good. This it's photorealistic, but it's like a dreamy photorealistic.
Yeah.
But I thought it was great, man. I thought the Shere Khan, voiced by Idris Elba, was phenomenal. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so the story from beginning to end, it hooked me right away. I had fun. I had a couple problems with the third act. You know what a third act is? It's like the last part of the movie.
Oh.
And it's really unfortunate because I was not excited for this movie, and I was like, it felt like a Disney movie. I was having fun. I felt that magic, and I felt like a lot of just quality work went into it and respect.
Yeah, and you don't really like that kind of movies.
Yeah, I mean, I like good Disney, but they have to be done right, And I think this is done right. And if you're gonna do future Disney movies like a Lion King or Aladdin,
yeah.
Well, let me ask you real quick before I get into my problems. So Jungle Book was based off of a cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of your favorite Walt Disney cartoons?
Cartoons.
Huh?
Not like.
Tell them.
Not like real life.
No, just the cartoons, the old ones.
Old ones.
Because you and I went to go see Beauty and the Beast together.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Would you like to see the makers of this do a Beauty and the Beast? Aladdin, Lion King. Can you imagine a Simba and a Scar and a Mufasa?
Yeah, I think.
Could you imagine that? That would be super cool.
Yeah. Especially if they did it just like this.
Yeah. So I mean, they used the technology, this new technology, and they really pushed it to its limits. And I can't wait to see what the future holds. When you can put this much love and respect into something, it turns out really cool. Anyway, some of the problems I had was at the very end. So at the beginning of this movie, they say that it's like spoilers. It said something about it's like the driest time ever.
Yeah.
Right? Something like that. It's gone through the seasons and it's gone through a little bit of time lapse, and it shows, like, hey, this is the driest time. Actually, there's a great scene at the beginning where we first meet Shere Khan at Peace Rock, and the water's down and the rock's high. So it is a very dry time. It looks like they're in a drought, right?
Yeah.
Here's my issue. See what you think, okay? But at the end of this movie, at the beginning of this movie, when Bagheera takes Mowgli from the wolf pack to... There's a point where he gets attacked by Shere Khan, and then he kind of... It looks like it was like a day or two out, right, from their journey.
Yeah.
Bagheera taking him away from the threat of Shere Khan. And it looked like that was probably like a couple hours or a day out, right?
Yeah.
Not just 5-minute walk, right? It looked like
Yeah.
it was some time has passed, right? And then he gets he attaches himself to some other animals in a ravine, and they take him off. And then he meets Baloo, and then he goes and looks at the village, the man village, okay, that he's never seen before. How much time do you think has passed?
I'd say about couple days.
Yeah, it seems like a couple
Yeah.
days, doesn't it? From his wolf pack to Baloo and the man village, right? Seems like a couple days. And so my issue is at the end of this movie, everybody's talking about the red flower, which is fire that man has created. And he takes the red flower, and he decides that there's a reason why he wants to go back to the wolf pack, and he makes the journey back with the red flower, which is a threat. Okay, and
it's so quick.
It's so quick. It literally takes him 5 minutes to run from the village back to his wolf pack. Mm-hmm. And I remember watching him run through the jungle with that fire in his hand. I'm like, oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. Because it seemed like it was 5 minutes, maybe.
Yeah.
But it seemed like he was days away.
Yeah.
You know, so I didn't care for that. And he drops a little bit of fire on the ground from the torch, and the jungle goes up in flames.
I know, and it can't go up that quick. Like, it has to be like a day to go up really
I wouldn't imagine it would ignite that fast. They did say it's the driest season, so I'm very curious what you guys think if it was too much to ignite the jungle. But you know what I think would have worked better? Instead of having the entire jungle go up in flames, I think it would have been cool if Mowgli grabs the torch from the man village, runs through the jungle, okay, and all of his animal friends, they see him with the torch in his hand. That's still threatening, right? To have the red flower in your hand, and then him to say, "No, I'm not that kind of human," and then to put it down, you know, because then I think the story would have been kind of the same without the jungle going up in flames, and then with him putting it down, showing that he's, you know, not gonna do anything evil to the animals. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think?
Well, I think they didn't have to, you know, have that big of fire. But I think that Mowgli could have put the torch down, but I don't think he should have ended there. I think he should have, like, you know, maybe fought Shere Khan, but he should, like, Shere Khan dies, so, you know, it just, and he didn't die from the flames, he died from, you know, falling.
Yeah, from chasing Mowgli up that tree.
The fire really.
And then Mowgli got to use his tricks and kind of, you know, turn it on Shere Khan. But I just don't think that the jungle would have went up that fast. I know they kind of spelled it out to us at the beginning of the film that was a dry time. I just wish that he would have grabbed the red flower, ran through the jungle for 2 days. No, I wish he would have, like, I don't know. But taking that red flower, I wish he would have just, you know, like, I'm back to help the you know, my wolf pack. I'm here to face Shere Khan. And with him having that in his hands, they're like, he's grown up. He's turning into a human with his fire, you know, with his fire ways, you know. And I think that would have been more interesting. And then he looks at them and goes, no, it's not me. That's not the kind of guy that's not who I am. And he puts it down instead of having the whole freaking jungle go up in flames. That's just me. So that was just a couple problems I had at the end. But it did not take away from how awesome this movie was, especially when I was not looking forward to it. I thought it was great, and we mentioned it before, that Christopher Walken scene where Mowgli goes in front of King Louie was perfect. Absolutely perfect. What are you laughing about?
Well, what do you think about King Louie? Did you have any problems with him?
No, I love King Louie. What about you? I think you got a problem.
Well,
just tell him.
He kind of looks like a little... his eyes told me that he looked like a little bit like Caesar.
Yeah, she kept on telling me that she thought, did you think Caesar looked better from Planet of the Apes or...
Caesar, because there's like a character in Planet of the Apes that looks exactly like him, but he doesn't have the same eyes.
Really?
That looks like Caesar's eyes.
Yeah, well, because King Louie's huge. And there was a scene where she thought King Louie pooped himself. Yeah, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, she kept on telling me, like, I think King Louie pooped himself. I don't think so. I think it was just gold. But no, if you get a chance, take the family. I think this is a perfect example of what a family movie can be. I thought it was a great time in the movie theater. The effects were awesome. The story was great. It's a classic story. And then it's just about, you know, being accepted, you know, for who you really are as a person. Because everybody kept telling Mowgli during this movie, you know, you kind of have to fit into your own the parameters, you know, that are set for you. You have to be like other people. You have to be like the other wolves. You have to be like a wolf, you know. If you want to be an animal, you have to act like an animal, you know. And Baloo shows them, like, you know, I want you to use your own tricks. I want you to have your own personality and be your own person.
To get me honey.
To get me, yeah. So he was using him, you know, for sure, right? He was conning him, but there's some truth to that, isn't there? Do you think that you should be your own person? Yeah. Or do you think you should fall in line to how other people want you to fall?
Well, I think you should be your own person. But, yeah, I think you should be your own person and do what you think is right. Is that
what Mowgli did at the end of this?
Yeah.
What did he do? He used his own tricks, right?
Yeah.
So don't be, if you know, if some other kids are watching this, don't be what everybody else wants you to be. Be your own person. Can you say that?
Yeah. Be your own person.
Be your own person. Use your own tricks. And even with your movies, if you like this review, don't like this review, like your own movies, right?
Yeah.
Just because I had some problems with the third act, you know?
Doesn't mean you have to.
Yeah, you don't mean you have to copy like Miss Olivia over here with the whole car thing, huh? But no, like your own movies, right?
Yeah.
There's movies that you're gonna like that I don't like, right? There's gonna be movies that I like that you don't like.
Yeah.
Is that what I just said? Anyway, so
Wait, so you think that's one of the main lessons? Of
What?
movie? Do you think there's any other lessons?
I think that's the big one. Be yourself.
Yeah.
You know.
Any others? Like little small lessons that it could teach you?
Do special effects good. Now, what do you think?
Well, I thought that was. I can't think of anything else that was like a good lesson.
Yeah.
Like I didn't. Like that was the main thing they were trying to pull off to you. So it's a good
Family,
to see.
family and
movie.
friends, community, right?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of good things to pull. It's a classic book. I can't wait to read the book. We have to check that out. So until next time, my good people, where can they find you?
Here.
Here? Where's here?
The Dragon's Lair.
All right. What did you score this? Out of 5 stars, you want to tell everybody how we score things? Ugly, bad, good, great, Pantheon. What's a Pantheon movie?
A Pantheon movie is the perfect movie.
The perfect movie.
It has to be no problems in it at all.
Okay, so let's play with this. Okay, was this ugly?
No.
No. Was it bad? No. Was it good?
Yeah, it was good.
Okay. Was it good and a half?
Yeah, it was good enough.
Okay. Was it great?
Yeah, it was great.
It was great?
Yeah.
Was it great and a half?
Yes.
It was great and a half even?
Nah, I don't.
You tell me. Be yourself. Be your own critic.
But it's. I think I'd give it a 4.
A 4?
Yeah.
So you think it was great?
Yeah.
That's exactly what I give it. I think it's a 4 out of 5 stars. I think it's a great movie. It's a great time in theater. So please check this out. And it's doing great at the box office. So I think we're gonna get some more Disney live action. So anything else you want to add? We haven't done a review since Minions.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah. You're kind of silly in Minions.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Give me a hug. All right. Until next time, my good people. Peace out. What do you think?
That was so weird.
Why?
Your phone's off. Close. Oops.